Action, action, action. We sent so many petitions and support letters for their parole. We almost, just like 2 or 3, shut down their DOC website. Action, people. Get your family back.
As we reflect on the impassioned words from the panelists there, the organizers of Roc Nation's Social Justice Coalition Summit want everyone to carry this torch of hope beyond the summit's confines. According to them, it is not enough to be mere spectators in the theater of justice. We must become active participants, driving meaningful change within our communities and beyond.
I've studied almost every problem in the world. I've never met a problem that couldn't be impacted positively by more self-love, by more self-awareness of your brilliance, and more understanding of where we've come from. And I think as a black community, we need to, A, do that, and then B, be vocal and verbal about it.
And what do you want people who participate in this summit to walk away with?
I want them to walk away with the idea that they're not alone. They sat shoulder to shoulder with someone today who is thinking about these issues, who's concerned about them, who may have a different means to an end goal, but the end goal is the same nonetheless. And so how can we work together to ensure that that end goal comes to pass a whole lot sooner than we've been seeing?
Protest is good. We have to do that because it brings attention to issues. I believe in protest and I support younger protesters. I've seen many of the younger people who are out there on the streets right now at this conference, and I support that. But if you don't connect your protest to politics, we miss the point.
You must be proud of this second annual summit. Your thoughts on the attendees and what you have seen, the information that's been disseminated here tonight.
I mean, it's been an incredible day to see so many people come out of all ages, and we had a great youth representation from across many boroughs and across the states. We're really super duper happy that that topics like criminal justice reform has really attracted so many people, because the desire to create change is really real, and it's necessary and it's urgent. And we had incredible conversations on stage, and we feel really positive about it.
What do you want the homework to be once they walk away from this summit? What would you like to see many of the participants do once they leave here today?
Feel absolutely inspired, not forget how they felt when they were here, in terms of what they can do in their own communities, even starting at home, educating other family members who couldn't make it here, connecting with their friends, connecting with colleagues, and also with the plenty of organizations that we had here. We had over 61 organizations really dedicated to social justice, and I just want everybody to come out of here feeling super empowered and really energized to make change.
So, Judge, you heard about the summit that we traveled to New York City, and a lot of people always attend. How do you keep the work going after that summit has ended in New York when you go back home to your respective communities?
You know, we heard so much guff being given to President Obama when he said that he was a community organizer. But that's exactly what you need to carry the message forward. Whether it's from the right or the left, you need people organizing in the community to motivate voters to get out and do the work necessary to make the change they want to see in society.
The call to action is clear: to take home the stories of resilience and the urgent need for reform, to weave them into the fabric of our daily lives. Let the insights from the summit become a catalyst for tangible steps toward a more just society. You can find this special on YouTube, Fox Soul, and on fox26houston.com.